Standard 6-1. The student will demonstrate an understanding of the development of the cradles of civilization as people move from a nomadic existence to a settled life. Standard 6-1, Indicator 1. Explain the characteristics of hunter-gatherer groups and their relationship to the natural environment. About 2.5 million years ago, during the Old Stone Age, or what we call the Paleolithic Age, people survived by hunting and gathering. In order to survive in this lifestyle, they had to move constantly from place to place. They were also known as nomads. They would hunt buffalo, bison, and reindeer. They would gather nuts, grains, and berries. And on the coast, they also fished for their food. Paleolithic people created a number of new technologies to help them survive. They would use a stone called a flint, which they could break into sharp pieces and use for hand axes and other cutting tools. They invented the bow and arrow, spear, and the fish hook. Some to kill larger prey, and the fish hook would help them more effectively catch fish. Carving tools to clean their animal hides, which they used for clothing and shelter, were invented. During this time, both men and women had their roles. Men would go out, hunt large animals and prey, and also learn how to track animals to catch them more easily. Women normally stayed at home, cared for the children, and would gather grains, nuts, berries, and fruits. With a nomadic lifestyle, people during this time had to adapt to different climates. Discovering edible food, shelter, and clothing, they would use animal skins to stay warm, and would also construct shelter using animal skins, brush, and wood. Eventually, a life-changing discovery came along, and they discovered fire. By rubbing two sticks together, creating friction, it would cause a spark that could create a fire. They also discovered a certain type of stone that would get off a spark to start fires. This would change the way they lived greatly. They could now use fire to stay warm, to cook with, and also use to scare off predators. The Ice Age were long periods of extreme cold that affected all of the Earth. The most recent Ice Age began about 100,000 years ago. Thick sheets of ice moved across large parts of Europe, Asia, and North America. As the ice sheets or glaciers grew larger, the water level of the oceans was lowered. The low sea levels would expose a strip of dry connecting continents of Asia and North America. This strip of land was known as a land bridge. The land bridge acted as a natural highway that allowed people to travel from Asia into North America. From there, Paleolithic people moved southward to settle in different regions.